Okay, just a quick update on the housing market. We just had the annual housing forecast come out on Friday, and what we're going to see this year, we're projected to see another 10 to 12% increase in home values. So count on $50,000 basically for pretty much any home out there is going to grow in equity. And if you still are carrying your private mortgage insurance on your mortgage, that's if you don't have up to 20% equity in your home already. And it can be $150 a month easy for that. You might be able to get rid of that just over the next year, adding $50,000 in equity automatically. Perhaps you also finished your basement. You can contact your mortgage company and ask for an appraisal to be done. They will, and sometimes they'll just do it without the appraisal, but you can go ahead and get your PMI dropped off your loan. If you have not bought your home yet, mortgage rates are going up. So we've already seen them slightly tick up a little bit. So they're a little over 3 now, 3.5%. And I mean, still incredible rates that, in all time, when you, in relation to what rates have always been. So, I mean, when I first bought my house 20 years ago, we had a great rate of 7.25%. So, 3%, 3.5% is still pretty great. It's not bad. So, if you're not in the home that you want to be in for the long run, though, if you want to get a single level, living where your primary bedroom's on the main floor, I'd encourage you to get moving in that direction as soon as possible. Get your mortgage secured at the lower rate. We're expecting to see a couple more increases to mortgage rates over the next year to counterbalance the inflation. So, I guess you can either take your chances or try and find the property that you want to be in for the long run. The other option that you might want to look at is with the growth here in Utah. I would recommend getting a rental property. I mean, I'm looking for my own rental property. I've got kids that want to move in with their roommates, but they're going to be renting from somebody. They might as well be renting from me. So I've been keeping my eye out for a good rental property as well. But what you can do is you can get a rental property, have lower rates, and get all the write-offs, the depreciation, and then you get all the business expenses if you don't already have your own business, because now you're a property investor, and so you can take all your business write-offs for that too. Pretty exciting stuff. But the values are increasing so much that you basically are giving yourself an extra $50,000 a year, at least for this next year. Who's to say what will happen the year after that? It's hard to even imagine that the values could keep going up at this rate. This is California rates, basically the trajectory of our home values here. But that's the way it is. There's just so much demand for people for homes here in Utah, and it looks like it's going to be several years before we can catch up to the demand for housing. So if you have any questions, please feel free to text me, call me, whatever. We can go looking for properties for you for a rental or for your primary residence. And if you need a loan officer to refinance, get in touch with me. I've got a couple that I use pretty regularly. They're very they're expert in their field. So feel free to contact me, reach out, jenhuntrealtor.com, and have a super week.